Almost a year ago, I was driving through Bloomington, and then I drove by the Bloomington Center for the Arts, and I just looked at the mural that they have on the building, and it comes down to art. It just catches my attention. So I wondered, what is this building, you know? And then just kept going. And so when they told me about the Bloomington Center for the Arts, this is where we're gonna meet at. When I drove back here, it was the same building. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be incredible, because I already had like this affinity for this building in Bloomington that I've never been inside of.
The Bloomington Center for the Arts is trying to engage with new arts partners for really a myriad of reasons. First, we're trying to engage new audiences and welcome new community members to the center. In addition to just diversifying the art forms that we have. We have amazing resident arts groups that perform ballet, choral, and musical theater, but we're looking to engage different artists in the community to bring new art forms like soul, R&B, and other types of art that can engage new audiences and again, welcome new people to the building.
Faith Jackson, a representative of the city of Bloomington, contacted the Bloomington Center for the Arts and Leah and told them about the work that I do with my company, The Avant-Garde, and with my youth work, Hip Hop History and the Arts within the Twin Cities and Minnesota at large. And they contacted me, said that we heard about the great things that you're doing, and we'd like to tour you through Bloomington Center for the Arts and see how we can partner with you moving forward.
And the partnership with Chadwick is definitely one piece of a larger initiative that's really focused on diversity and inclusion in all of our programs and services throughout the organization. And so just as we're being intentional about representation within our employee demographics and things of that nature, we want to make sure that people see themselves and that they're represented in the cultural arts program that we offer in the city.
A recent census came out, showed Bloomington's getting more diverse, so I think it's important that people who are in the community see representations of themselves on stages and in galleries across the community.
When Chadwick and I first spoke, he really presented two different partnership opportunities, two programs. The first is a teen mentorship program called Hip Hop History and the Arts, where he works with youth in an educational and mentorship capacity. The second is his production company called The Avant-Garde, where he just works with local talent to produce shows in and around the Twin Cities areas in a lot of different venues.
And we are going to be working with Bloomington Center for the Arts, putting on different shows and concerts and just different outings for the people to enjoy.
On November 6th, we are really excited to welcome MPLS to the city of Bloomington for one of their first concerts coming out of the pandemic.
MPLS is one of the premier bands in the state of Minnesota. They have a member by the name of Jesse Larson who went very far on The Voice. He was very close to winning. So that made him just a household name automatically. MPLS, when they perform, they bring a high level and they insinuate the Minneapolis sound that was, started by Prince, Morris Day and the Time. They keep that vibe alive, but along with that, they have a futuristic element to what they bring too.
One of the things we're trying to do here at the Art Center is not only just bring new art forms so people can see different things happening in our spaces, but bring new artists in so that they can learn and speak about their own artistic process and journey. So that way, especially young people or even adults who are maybe looking for some change or some different engagement opportunities can just understand what someone else went through for their artistic endeavors and how they became successful in what they do.
I was on a major label when I was in New York City, along with working at CBS, BET, New York City Fashion Week. Being an artist is one thing, but to do it at a level where you're able to live out dreams is like, this is an absolute incredible thing. So I'm here to not just be an artist and show what I have, but just be an inspiration to whoever, to let them know that they can make a career out of what they love.
So if you're interested in learning more about the different partnerships and opportunities at the Center for the Arts, just go to the Art Center webpage and we'll have periodic updates in addition to what will be happening this fall with the fall concert and other opportunities that will be happening over the winter months and the spring.